ladies and gentlemen. This is Klystron.
And Ivanovsky.
And we are bringing you another user-submitted replay. Today it is wawacrates versus tuckerzlol. So wawacrates writes, he sent in two replays actually. This is the first one that we're going to cast. The first game is a 3-stalker pressure to expand Colossus deck. He did a good job holding me off, but he was on defensive the whole time. For this reason, it may not be fun to cast, but was fun to play. The second was longer, and this is the one we're casting, about 25 minutes, I believe. Warp Prism play, as well as strategic medevac feedback. I suspect you would intend to pick one of these two, but if neither are up to par, please let me know and I will check my history, because I would rather enjoy showing up on a cast. Well, wawacrates, today we are going to make you happy. You are going to show up
Today
on a cast.
your dream has come true.
So, let's go into the game. Let's see what's
All right,
going
Warp
on.
Prism play and strategic medevac feedback. Since we've already, just gone ahead and spoiled where this game is going, we're going to be looking for that.
Now we haven't actually watched this replay yet. We are cold casting.
Absolutely. You know as much about this game as we do.
And to anybody else who watches this, if you would like your replays cast, go ahead and send them in. We still have 3 more slots open, and if these go over well, then we'll likely do more. Yeah, we're doing at least 5 this week.
Special of the week, special of the month, special of the year, really however long it takes us to get 5 games. The first 5 games sent to us are all getting casted.
wawacrates being a little annoying with his probe, harassing the SCV building the barracks.
Oh yeah, and that's absolutely essential in this matchup. You can bring an SCV off the line. You can make him think that you're about to do some kind of cheesy all-in and make him overbuild defense. And you could just suck up his APM from all of the other very important things that Terran's doing at the 2 minute and 54 second mark.
Now, fairly standard opening from wawacrates, and a fairly standard opening from tuckerzlol. I imagine that since he's already getting gas, I'd expect to see a tech lab on this barracks, but looks like he has a marine queued up and is probably instead going to go for a factory.
Yeah, tech lab or a factory.
Nope, there's
pretty
the
common.
tech lab. It's just normal, like this is normally what you would do for a Reaper expand, but I guess he is going to 2 racks.
Let's see, wawacrates taking a page out of my Protoss playbook and skipping the first Zealot for instead a Stalker. I guess that's also pretty standard versus Terran.
We have a Marine moving out across the map. I'm not sure what that is supposed to do. He did not kill the probe outside of his base.
And wawacrates is currently trying to take down that pesky SCV in his.
Yep, and it goes down. Let's see. Nothing too much going on. We have concussive shells on the way. And a Marauder, as well as a second refinery for our Terran
LOL,
player.
it's Marauder time.
Marauders, very good against Stalkers.
Very good against Protoss in general.
Yes. High HP, decent amount of damage, 1 armor.
Bonus versus armored.
Marine.
Basically
wawacrates-
bonus versus Protoss. You know how
wawacrates-
Archons have a bonus versus Zerg? Well, Marauders have a bonus versus Protoss.
I really like this play, hiding the probe up here in the corner so that he can possibly drop a pylon later on or come in and scout.
Oh yeah, that's going to come in handy at any number of points
Very
in this
smart
game.
play. Now, he is going to have to back off here.
Oh yeah, we have to back up here. Don't lose the
there
Stalker.
we go.
Don't lose the... Oh, he's running. Yeah. Oh, and I do like this. tuckerzlol sends a Marauder around trying to pick off a Stalker that runs too close to the cliff, but wawacrates correctly runs up high to get away from that. And we are seeing a pretty solid Marauder composition out of tuckerzlol. Sorry, tuckerzlol.
Tuckerzlol. Oh,
tuckerzlol.
oops. We're sorry.
So wawacrates is
He is
for now going
currently
to continue building Stalkers, but is probably going to have to be the first to tech switch.
Yeah.
Which we do have with this robotics facility coming up.
tuckerzlol is supply blocked, and he's been supply blocked here for a while. Factory going down, probably going to start getting out some medevacs here soon.
And there's the sneaky pylon.
And there's the robo. Yep, sneaky pylon. Very good. Sneaky probes build sneaky pylons.
Sneaky pylons, as well as I like the pylon placement in his base.
Yes, it is. That is excellent pylon placement. He'll be able to see drops coming in, warp in units to take out those medevacs. Excellent.
Oh, and speaking of units that counter an entire race, we have a Ghost Academy going down for tuckerzlol.
Oh. Interesting. Not a bad choice. 3 Tech Lab barracks. Normally you would see at least one of these with a reactor because Marines are still fairly decent against Protoss. Right now he is very weak to airplay.
That's right, and there is an observer in the base, so wawacrates is going to know pretty much the potential Terran composition that's coming out.
I think we're going to see some siege tanks. This is a very abnormal unit composition from tuckerzlol.
Personally, I like the heavy Marauder Terran, especially in
against
TVP.
Against heavy siege, heavy stalker, yes. Oh, and
there's in the way high leagues, there might be a window for a Protoss to switch to air and abuse the Terran's lack of anti-air, but realistically, those barracks can still make Marines, and Marines are pretty darn good against things that fly. Here comes the drop.
And tuckerzlol sees it. Warp Prism is moving over the main.
And more zealots warping in now.
And that mineral line is just getting torn to shreds. I would like to see him, pick up those zealots maybe and get out of there. But
12 workers killed. An absolutely fantastic play.
Oh, 14 workers killed. Excellent.
Oh, wow. He's killing more. Fantastic. And even though, that was, I think 7 zealots lost there. I mean, just the mineral income that's going to be lost over the next couple of minutes.
Well, 7 zealots is is a really good trade for 14 SCVs.
Absolutely. I mean, wawacrates didn't immediately buy himself an advantage, but he's now going to start to pick that up as he continues to mine and his opponent doesn't. And I like wawacrates responding to the I'm ahead with an let's get ahead more and chuck down this extra nexus.
Yes. He knows that he just did quite a bit of damage with that attack. You should feel pretty safe.
And here comes a Reaper trying to pick off some units.
But it's going to get denied.
It does take 2 probes down to 4 HP, but doesn't manage to get any kills.
I just want to take a little bit of time to comment on that Reaper coming in here. Generally, when you bring in a Reaper, you never want to target gas probes or gas workers because a Reaper takes 3 shots to kill a worker, and you'll get off 2 shots while the worker is out, and then the worker will get inside the extractor or assimilator or whatever and be safe, and then your Reaper will start targeting the next one. And so you won't actually get any worker kills until you've brought 3 workers down to red.
It's, some people like to take the gamble that their opponent is bad and won't put probes back on gas, and so, oh, hey, it'd be great if I just kill those gas probes, because then he'll stop mining gas. But in a 1v1, I typically wouldn't make plays that rely on your opponent being bad. Multiplayer games, maybe. We won't talk about that.
We still have this warp prism hanging out over here. We have a bunch of zealots being warped in at the front. Still, looks like we finally have a command center down for tuckerzlol. About halfway complete.
Well, that's right. I mean, it can take a while to... It's good to get a command center up, even when you're down in SCVs, because you need the ability to build more SCVs even faster. But, it's tough when you take all that economic damage, even just to find the minerals in your build for that CC. But I like that he is getting that. Meanwhile, we do see wawacrates opening up a healthy lead. Oh, I don't care for this scan. And, the reason gets back to just him being behind. I mean, a scan is something you can throw down to prevent yourself from losing a 1 game because I see there's a Dark Shrine, I better get some detection or the like. But when you're in a down position, it's when you have to start taking risks like skipping that scan in favor of the mule. We do have more zealots running into the base because, hey, if it works once, why not? This time, tuckerzlol successfully pulling away the SCVs. These are not going to do as much damage.
Multi-prong attack with zealots warping into the main and zealots running into the natural. Excellent play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Look at that. He did manage to pick off a few more. Very, very nice two-pronged attack, catching tuckerzlol off guard.
Killing 7 more SCVs.
Wow. Tearing down to 14 harvesters. This is... Really, at this point, this looks like it's just a matter of wawacrates staying ahead.
Looks like he did lose his observer to a missile turret. You know, tuckerzlol really needs to find out where that warp prism is and kill it.
Well, yeah, and I like the warp prism, you know, placement because it can still run away if a couple of Marines do run up there to come try kill it, but it's also, you know, just ready to go again. And it's not like tuckerzlol is necessarily going to scout, oh, hey, some units came into my base, I have to go find that warp prism, because it can fly away. He might just assume that it's flown away.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could get out a Viking after this medevac to make sure that he chases it down.
Well, a Viking play at this point goes back to the whole...
He's behind.
When you're down, yeah, when you're behind, you have to take some risks. You can't do things to play it safe, like getting out a Viking to make sure that I don't die to some drop play. I feel similarly about this missile turret that he's throwing up here. You know, hey, it's time to start taking some risks and econing as hard, or trying to get back into this game as rapidly as possible by cutting corners.
Well, what I'd like to see him do is actually knock down these rocks, build a command center, knock down these rocks, and take a quick third.
And there's another scan. Take a note of wawacrates' army position. That scan learns nothing.
Yeah, I don't know why he scanned that position. That's...
Well, hey, if I had to throw down a scan in this position, that's exactly where I would go. That's where the Protoss army's most likely to be sitting, or at least I'm going to catch an edge of it.
Well, I think I would scan right outside the NAT, or scan over to the other side of the main. But I mean, really, at this point, he shouldn't be scanning at all.
No, you shouldn't be scanning at all. But I think that's a fine location. I mean, with a scan, you want to scout, has he expanded, which I'm not sure that...
Especially since he's supply blocked right now.
And secondly, you want to scout the army composition.
Yeah, I mean, scanning when you're supply blocked is not a good thing.
And here comes a nice push. But looking at this Terran, for being as down as he is, has a surprising defense built up.
Yeah, but he's...
wawacrates can just run right into this, especially with those Marauders countering everything in a Protoss army ever. Oh, nice force field placements. Does catch some things outside of the range of the siege tank. And wawacrates correctly backs up, can't engage by those tanks.
tuckerzlol should not be moving out at this point. Maybe trying to drop, but not moving out to the middle of the map. He should know that he's behind and just be content to sit in his base behind siege tanks and start dropping.
Absolutely. That would be one fantastic way to bring himself back into this game, especially now that he knows this Protoss army is out in the middle. He's got that great siege tank positioning.
You know, go in, try to snipe off some tech structures, maybe kill a few probes. Just do something to delay the Protoss and
looking
keep
at
him in his base.
Income tab, we do have Terran evening things up a bit. Part of that was an oversaturation of probes in the main that wawacrates is now correcting.
I like this choice too. You know, he has his units not doing much. Kill the rocks, take that gold. I'd also like to see him kill his back rocks to take the Island Expo. When you have units like this, you always want to keep your units busy and doing something. Never idle your units. Always have them doing. If there's something to be done, have units doing it. Killing rocks, scouting, things like that.
Winning the game.
Winning the game. It's always a good one.
We do have a warp prism on patrol. Speaking of units doing something, this warp prism getting some scouting in.
And also, you know...
trying to find out about any drop before it's actually in his main.
Yep. Considering that he knows that tuckerzlol is fairly turtled up, it's still useful as a scouting unit to fly back and forth. Make sure no drops are coming. Let's see,
taking a look at the
attack.
upgrades before we get into what's probably going to be a large battle coming up shortly here. We do have 2 attack upgrades for the Protoss. 0-0 on all of the Terran units, which is going to really come in handy for Protoss.
And attack level
in the
3
engagement.
on the way for Protoss, and a second Forge. I guess maybe he's gonna try to make shields and armor at the same time. Oh, we have he spots a
Oh,
medevac
and
drop.
he scouts medevacs coming in, and
Oh,
there's the feedback. I love it.
Sweet feedback, wonderful feedback.
Wow, I was expecting just some feedback, during one of those normal big deathball-y kind of battles.
But no, that
Feedback
was
full medevacs, very painful for the
Yes.
Terran. And I'm just gonna say wawacrates, if he didn't have this game already, takes it right there.
yeah, that was a big blow. I mean, he's up almost double the supply.
But at this
base up
point,
and running.
still not necessarily wanting to attack into tanks. I mean, I think he could take that at this point, but it can be hard to know for sure. Oh, we
Well-
do have zealots running in the back, going to force the army back. Now he can come up and get a shot at these tanks. Oh, no charge for wawacrates. Would have liked to see
Yeah.
that, but it is not going to matter. He's going to clean this up with ease. Let's morph some Archons.
Storm the
Let's throw down some
SCVs.
Manor something, Manor Nexus maybe, I don't... wawacrates blows away his Terran opponent.
Yeah, Wawa crates, +3 attack. Just probably
Oh,
almost
storms
done.
on the siege tanks. They cannot run out of it, full 80 damage.
He's taking a lot of
And
damage.
all Terran can do right now is just wait, watch his buildings die.
GG from tuckerzlol.